Welcome back, guys. What is the vibe? We are back again. I'm not as excited. The pairs this week were stressful, like together, because a lot's going on. The chats everywhere. Personally speaking, the chats this week were very, very difficult to break down. Not difficult, but let me say I had to select these ones. I had to handpick them because these ones are the ones that make sense to me. There are only eight, so I'm going to be as fast as possible. I'm going to waste time. Our first pair and one of our favorite pairs is AUD I'm very interested in AUD because the daily time frame is clearly bullish. Time frame is bullish because this is the higher high, is the higher low. Price hasn't closed under this point, so it's still bullish for me. We have this very nice structure area of interest here. We have a reaction here, reaction here. If we look left, we have more reactions here, here, and if you keep looking left, we have more and more reactions on that same zone. So I am very interested in ADJPY buys. I also like this week. This week sounds like some kind of liquidity grab, right? Liquidity grab, and that's why we're going to looking for continuations to enter the trade to the upside. You also go down to the lower time frame, you see this 4 hour time frame is printing some kind of left head, right shoulder, right? Wait for a pullback to this level, 98,500 around psychological level to look for entries to keep going to the upside. That's why I really like the way AUDJPY is looking. So I'm going to remove this because I've explained it. Left head, right shoulder on the 4 hour time frame. Very, very beautiful, very, very textbook trade. So I'm looking for buys on AUDJPY. This is like my favorite pair for this week. So I'm waiting for a pullback and looking for buys for the upside. The next pair we have on the list, my second favorite pair. We have the weekly time frame is bearish. I don't know if we should go there, but if you want to understand why we are interested in this pair, how we mark up bullish and bearish structure, don't forget to go back to our past video. I think the second video in this playlist. Go to the second video there or watch our previous videos. You see where we explained it, but I can explain it quickly right now. How we mark up bullish and bearish structure. Let me go up to the weekly time frame on GBP AUD. Weekly time frame is bearish for me because I would say this was becoming. I would say this this was the higher high, the previous higher high, and this was the higher low for me. So when price shifted under this, when price closed under this here. Price closed on the here, price shifted bearish for me. So I started looking at the weekly time frame as bearish. And if you go to the the daily time frame is bearish because we've had this high and we've had this is the higher high, this is the higher low. Price has shifted under. Price has gone bearish on the daily time frame. So we are currently looking for sales. Though this is going to be a very tricky trade. So don't forget to follow me on Twitter so that you see if I actually execute this trade because it's looking tricky. It's looking tricky. I'm not even gonna lie. It's looking very, very tricky. GBP AUD looking tricky as fuck. And it can actually come back and do. It can do a lot. It can actually do a lot. We also have around psychological level here. We have around psychological level here too. So just don't forget to follow me on Twitter so that you can see how I actually do send these trades out live. If I actually do execute these trades. The next one we have is GBP USD. GBP USD, very, very interesting pair from last week. We took the trade. We caught a 1 to 2 hour on it last week. We posted it live on Twitter. I'll add a screenshot here. Posted it live there. A lot of people caught it. A lot of people caught it. A lot of DMs about people catching it. That is very nice. Very, very nice. I'm really, very impressed and all that. USD waiting for a pullback. I'm still interested in the sales. And basically, left head, right shoulder hasn't really changed. It's still the same. We have this left head. As I said in the past video, if you want to understand this trade better, go and watch the past video so that you understand. You see where we explain the left head, right shoulder. On GBP USD, waiting for a pullback to one psychological level 1.34 thousand. Waiting for a pullback. When we get that pullback, we'll start looking for our entries there on the lower time frame. That's on the 4 hour time frame or the 2 hour time frame as the case may be, look for entries there to sell. So we're very, very interested in continuing the sales of GBP USD. So something like this. Then the JPY SAJPY is very, very interesting because I know I talked about it, I think 3 videos ago. We talked about it that I wanted to sell, which price sold on this from this EMA right here, which price did sell. But I also talked about that price might can decide to have a wick fail 3 videos ago. If you go back to the past 3 videos, you'll see where I explained that price can decide to have a wick fail and keep going to the upside because if you also look at the weekly time frame, you would see this beautiful, beautiful left head, right shoulder on the weekly time frame, and we had that pullback to retest the neckline of the head and shoulders, and now we had the rejection. That means this was the pullback to keep going to the upside, right? So we're just trying to look for continuations to the upside. Basically, the weekly time frame is bullish. Yes, the weekly time frame is bullish because it's the higher high, this was the higher high, and this was the higher low. Price hasn't closed under the higher lows. That means weekly time frame is still bullish. Go down to the daily time frame. The daily time frame is still bullish. It's bullish because this was the higher high and this was the higher low. Price hasn't closed under this. Price hasn't closed above, so price is still bullish on the daily time frame. So weekly bullish, daily bullish. Price has had a pullback. I think price is going to create a new higher high. So we're trying to look for continuation entries for one of these zones. So continue taking the trade to the upside. I am interested in this area of interest one a lot because I think in our second to the last video, we talked about the same SLDJPY. I really like this very strong level of support and resistance that if you keep looking to the left, price has been reacting from this zone. I think we missed a sell trade here. If you watch our videos, you'll see where we missed a sell trade here. We missed another sell from this same zone where we talked about. It's just that price didn't pull back to our psychological level that we wanted to sell from. So this we are looking to buy from this zone. The support and resistance. When price is above, we are looking to buy. When price is below the zone, we're looking to sell. So price is currently above the zone. We're waiting for a pullback either. We're waiting for a pullback either to this zone, or this zone to keep buying to the upside. Also, if price is to pull back to this zone, you will get some kind of left, head, a potential right shoulder. Either the right shoulder might be here, the right shoulder might be here, the right shoulder might be here, as the case may be. Well, you get a potential left head, right shoulder to the upside this way. If you bring it out this way, you will see it clearly. Let me take this off so I won't confuse everybody. You see a potential left head, right shoulder that we are looking for here. We're looking at maybe Wednesday or Thursday. That's when the trade might be ready, but that's what we're looking at. If you go down to the 4 hour time frame, you will also see a left head right shoulder again. Very beautiful reversal pattern. A left head right shoulder here. Very, very beautiful reversal pattern. So we're waiting for a pullback to one of these necklines on the 4 hour time frame to buy. On this zone, we have one psychological level 87,500. On this zone, we have 87, one psychological level 87,000. So the confluences are there. The confluences are looking very, very interesting. That was what made me to pick these pairs because these pairs have a storyline. They have what they are tradable. Other pairs are looking crazy. AUD/USD is looking very crazy. Has been consolidating for the past 2 weeks. AUD card has been consolidating for the past 2 weeks. I don't want to even get involved with those ones because they really messed me up last week. I was just looking at that cell, but that one aside, don't forget to follow me on X or Twitter so that you can actually catch this trade live with me because I actually post them for free live on X. I posted my GBP USD, I post everything, all the updates, I post them there. So don't forget to follow me there at K3NNFX. That is Kenny FX, K3NNYFX. I'll put it on the screen so that you can see it. It's a verified account. So as I continue what I was saying, the next one we have is Euro GBP. Don't mind these trend lines. These trend lines is just I added them there because I just saw it. It's not like I used it to analyze the trade, but I'm going to explain it. Euro GBP on the weekly time frame is bullish. Go to your chart and zoom out and look at it. That way you will see that it's very, very bullish on the weekly time frame. On the daily time frame, it's also bullish because this was the last higher high and this was the last higher low, kind of. So ignore this noise. I think I was ignoring this noise, but basically this area of interest one is a very nice level of support and resistance. We have support, resistance, resistance, support, resistance, resistance. Very nice level of support and resistance. If you move to the left, you will see a resistance here. If you keep going left, let's go left to the left. Let's go to the left, to the left. Yes, to the left, you have another resistance level here and support, resistance here. Funny enough, this same zone, I think I took a trade on this zone in 2023. Yes, I remember taking, I think, yeah, this 2023, yeah. I think I don't know if I'll have the, I still have the screenshot, but the screenshot will definitely be on my phone. So, why did I add these trend lines here? Just an add-on. It's not like it was the determining factor of why I want to buy. The why I added the trend line there was because I could just see, if you look at this channel right now, the channel is anytime price got here, reacted for me, and it's a very, very nice channel though, because if you look at it this way, it's a very nice channel to the upside, a very nice channel to the downside, the breakout, just basic breakout, whatever. If you are familiar with these chart patterns, you will understand this. Also, coincidentally, this zone we're looking to buy from, this also has around psychological level, it's 7,000. So it's very, very nice confluences. So I'll just leave the channels there. It's not like we are, as I said before, it's not a determining factor. It's just there as an add-on, basically. The next pair, okay, we have few pairs remaining. We have like three. The next pair we have is USD JPY. USD JPY, I was interested in it last 2 weeks. I wanted to sell last 2 weeks from this point, but price pulled back exactly as I wanted it to, but price didn't give me the kind of price rejected, but price didn't give me a confirmation entry that I would have wanted. If this price had pulled back a little bit into here, then I would have been looking for this confirmation entry here would have been where I would have entered, but I missed that trade. Price has pulled back again to this point. What am I interested in doing in this trade? I'm interested in selling. Yes, because even though the weekly is bullish, daily bullish, 4 hour bullish, everything is bullish. I'm interested in selling because I think it's an experience thing. But the only thing I would be interested in selling is under this zone, because if you notice on the 4 hour time, from anytime price goes to this zone, because it's on price, bought, sold, bought, but so this is a very nice level of support and resistance that I'm looking to sell under the zone. Also, we also have one psychological level there at 152,500. Very, very nice level of support and resistance, one psychological level. So I'm just looking to sell. Very, very interesting. So follow me on X, you see when I actually do execute these trades, because I do post them at entry level, all of each and every one of them. Now we have Euro USD. Euro USD, I had this trade from last week. As you all that may know, if you watch my last week's video, you would see that I actually did have this trade from last week. Very interesting. Remember we talked about last week, we also talked about this left head, right shoulder here. It's still marked up. It hasn't changed. Sorry. Yes, it hasn't changed. Jesus. Oh my God. But you guys get the point. Left head, right shoulder, whatever. Daily area of interest still the same as last week. I haven't changed it. So all I'm waiting for this week is I'm waiting for a pullback to this EMA to give me a kind of confirmation entry. On lower, I'm not looking for entry on lower time frame to sell to the downside. I'm really interested in this left here. I really like the way it is looking. It's looking very identical to GBP USD. So I'm waiting for price to pull back to this same zone. The zone hasn't changed. To price pull back to the same zone. So look for entries to sell. The last pair, but not the least pair. The last but not the least, we have GBP card. GBP card is very interesting. Basically, because I like the way the daily is looking. I guess the weekly is bullish, right? Yeah, I think weekly is bullish and has printed a bearish engulfing candlestick. Very tricky, but at the same time, I'm still very interested in GBP card, but it's the last thing on my list because I am not as really, I'm going to be monitoring it. My eyes are going to be definitely be on it, but I will just be mostly monitoring. But if I see an entry, I'll post the entry too. JP card, I'm interested in it. I like the way it's looking. Very, very interesting. Left head, right shoulder. I'm going to be waiting for a pullback to this point. Going to be waiting for a retest of the EMA. We don't have any psychological level, so let's wait for a pullback, retest of the EMA, give me a new rejection, maybe look for a confirmation entry to take the trade to the downside, sorry. Basically, GBP card. I think that's the last one in this pair. So guys, if you enjoyed this, if you have gained value from it, either from the last video, don't forget to check out our last videos, the previous videos, because A lot of gems are also on there. You can actually learn a lot from them. Don't forget to like and subscribe too, because that will really go a long way for us. If you enjoyed it, like and subscribe. If you did not, comment L in the comment section. If you don't, it's not, if you don't like the video, just comment L. Comment L in the in the comment section. If you liked it, comment W in the chat. And I'll see you guys on Twitter, X, or on the next video. Peace out.